概して好みがあってはなりません。11の教訓、Dokkodo Miyamoto Musashi. I will elaborate on this precept. For one who walks alone, to have no preferences is to have no rigid idea of what is useful or useless. One can assume full freedom of movement in the use of things and hold no self-imposed limitations to finding usefulness in a thing or situation. The spirit of minimalism can be invoked here, but there is nuance. If one becomes accustomed to having this preference or that preference, you will find that your ability to improvise will be very stifled and eventually find yourself burdened with this specialized item and that. Such a thing may benefit the merchant, but generally speaking, will hinder the warrior. All things of high and low quality can and should be given purpose. This is the spirit of ingenuity. In the martial sciences, one can find the same principle. Should one prefer one sword posture or stance over another simply because it makes you comfortable, it is an easy way to be discerned within the void and cut down before you can even manifest your strategy in the field of conflict. For example, in my style, Niten Ichiryu Kinjutsu, this is known as the dead sword. If one prefers the middle attitude, purely because it's easy, this is the dead sword. But if one adopts the middle attitude with the intent purpose to flow freely to other sword attitudes, then the sword is instead considered at rest. Death and rest are fraternal twins, with the difference being when action transpires, the dead sword is unable to respond dynamically, yet the sword that is at rest is able to make the middle attitude transmute into the upper, lower, left, or right attitudes seamlessly. In effect, it will have made all attitudes the middle attitude. If you can adopt this principle in your everyday life, you will have attained the idea of resourcefulness and find yourself able to appreciate that much more that which you have and that which you currently do not have. It applies to all things, both social and internal. In other words, for the one who walks alone, in all things have no preferences. Os.